ask the question probably on most people's minds, which is what kind of art are you looking at putting into these NFTs? Are they the naked women?
It goes well beyond that. We have a catalog that has over 10 million pieces in it. It's from some of the most phenomenal photography over the last 70 years to interviews with Steve Jobs, MLK, Malcolm X, Jimmy Carter, to unbelievable editorial. And on top of that, we have a 5,000-piece art collection. Warhol, Leroy Neiman, Salvador Dali's, Matisse's. And so we're really excited about the opportunity, both on a global basis as well as domestically.
I mean, really, it's such a transformation for you and for the company from what we used to think of, clearly, from what I referenced, but also just as a magazine company, which you no longer are. You went public via SPAC recently after being taken private by PE. What is your mission now? How does this NFT thing fit into your overall goal, into your new business strategy?
Well, look, I believe we've always been a lifestyle brand. This company was in casinos. It was in nightclubs. The first product the company ever came out with was a pair of cufflinks. Today, consumers spend over $3 billion buying our products in over 180 countries. And so NFTs represent a really interesting opportunity for us to create a long-lasting new revenue stream, not only monetizing the initial sale, but monetizing every subsequent sale thereafter. And when you look at the Warhols and the other valuable pieces that we have that historically maybe only a few people could afford, through NFTs and through tokenization, we can create a much larger universe to collect these with a much larger revenue stream long-term, participating in every subsequent transaction.
Do you eventually do, I'm just trying to think of what would be next. You know, Time Magazine does the special cover, for example. Do you do a special edition cover, or do you pull something from your archives and turn that into an NFT?
So it's all of the above. So it's not only creating new works, which we've historically done and why we're excited to partner with Nifty, really giving a platform for emerging artists, but it's doing works off the catalog. So the first thing we're potentially doing with Slime Sunday is using historical IP, but creating a new piece of work. And then it's just monetizing the legacy archive as well. And with over 10 million pieces in that archive, plus our 5,000-piece art collection, you know, the runway for the foreseeable future is really endless.
Can I just ask a quick follow-up? Do the ladies who've been on your cover have any sort of royalties to future revenue that you bring in? For example, if you did an NFT of you know, one of the more notable women that you've had on the cover, do they get a cut of that?
Look, we're still figuring out the downstream revenue, but we've always believed in sharing with the artists. And we actually look at the NFT as really the beginning of the decentralization of the artist business. And so our plan would be to help you know, support people that have worked with us historically. We've always believed in partnering with artists, and so that will be part of our strategy moving forward.
A lot of people think this is a bubble, Ben, and they're already starting to see signs. If you look, for instance, at the pricing on nonfungible.com, that are way off the highs that we saw back in February. SNL did a skit about it. It sounds like you're putting a lot of the strategy behind this. So why isn't that true?
Look, our strategy is much larger than just NFTs. We have a company today, again, the consumers spend in excess of $3 billion buying our products. Again, for individual pieces of art, I can't talk to the value of them. What I will tell you is I think that there's a fundamental change happening in society. I look at my kids and their friends who are living in digital worlds today. And so when you think about that long term and having digital assets, I think that the collectability of assets long term, and again, we have 70 years of some of the most iconic Americana, will live in a digital world versus living on your wall. And I think we're just at the beginning phases of this. But again, our business is so much larger than this. The technology that exists with NFTs or with blockchain actually appeal or apply to our streetwear business. So we have a streetwear business that in the US last year did that in excess of $100 million, embedding blockchain technology into streetwear where you can create community, where you can create really a collectible environment on a global basis is truly appealing to us, especially when we think about the amount of counterfeit product that exists in the world today. In fact, Nike filed a patent to embed blockchain into their shoes called crypto sneakers or crypto kicks.
I'll look into that.
That's a Warhol over your shoulder, right? Your left shoulder.
That is the original Warhol that was painted for the company.
Wow.
And again, that piece, you know, it is worth millions of dollars, but very few people can afford that. Through NFTs, we are able to tokenize that and expand our addressable universe exponentially with that.
Wow, that's the original. Huh. Good
That is
talking to you.
the Warhol.
All
Yeah,
right,
we have
Ben.
5,000 pieces of art.